Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Very happy to have everybody here. Today, as you might be able to tell, we have a very special guest. Very privileged to have this gentleman on the channel. For all of you who don't know, this is Dennis from Luke Zion. This guy is one of the most popular guys when it comes to solid silver jewelry, and I'm very privileged to have him on the channel. I wanted to get to know him a little more because over the years of watching his videos, I've seen how much of a kind, humble human being he is, and I've always wanted to get to know a little bit more about Dennis, so very happy that he's spending some time with us today. Welcome to the channel, bro.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you for the amazing intro. It's so generous.
Oh, of course, man. It really truly is a privilege, and I'm just glad that you're carving out some time to be with us all today. I know there's a lot of people who want to get to know a little bit more about you and a little bit more about your business and all that. So, yeah, thanks again.
Yeah, let's do it. Whatever you have for me, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Cool, bro. So maybe you could start with just telling us a little bit about who you are, a little bit about the history of maybe your business. Who are you as a person? I've always been very intrigued by kind of like, you got the dark hair, you got the black shirt, you're shining all this bling at us from the camera, and I'm like, who is this guy? So tell me more about you, man.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm a very simple guy. I drive my own car, I make my own coffee, and I pump my own gas. Honestly, it's just I'm a normal guy, simple guy. I love silver, and that's just one of my passions that I have. And so, I started a business with silver, and specifically with the sterling silver jewelry. So, on my side, I'm just very simple. I'm a father, I'm a husband, and I have two handsome boys. One's name's Luke, the other one's named Zion. And I just try to enjoy my life with them, enjoy my life with my wife, and just keep it simple. I have the business here that I'm working on, and I'm just trying to live life the best that I can. I'm trying to help people as well on my personal side through church, and yeah, that's a little bit about myself.
That is awesome, bro. I love it. I'll never forget a video you made. It was a while back, not too long ago, and I think it was in regards to I think, forgive me anybody if I get this wrong, but I think it's like Twix Jeweler or something along the lines,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
yeah, right? Okay, so at least I didn't mess that up. And you said in that video, I'm not here to like bash any other brands. I'm staying in my own lane. There's enough room for everybody to go around. And I thought that was such like an impactful thing because that's the way it should be. And
Right.
and the fact that you portray your brand in that light shows the kind of person you are. And everything that you said there equals up to everything you just said now.
Yeah, I mean, it's very simple, honestly. Like when it comes to business, I mean, my personal point of view is if I can help someone as well, I'm going to do it. Right. I love to give, I love to help people. And so him being as a small business as well, I kind of know what it is to kind of start from the bottom. You get that. Even just think about it like this: you start your Instagram, you start your TikTok, you start your YouTube channel. Guess what? Everyone's at zero. Everyone's at zero, and so everyone knows that feeling of the zero. I've always felt like an underdog myself. I've always felt kind of a little bit underneath, right? And so the story of just like the David and Goliath is such an amazing story. And so that's kind of how I view a lot of people as well. It's not that I'm in competition. And especially, I've seen some stuff where there's other people bashing other people. And it's not just on the jewelry industry. There's a lot of different industries. I kind of mentioned it a little bit on the farmer side. A lot of the farmers, 'cause I have some history on that side as well. They kind of throw themselves under the bus, and they kind of nitpick at each other. Some of them, right, if they don't like you. And so I kind of saw that as kind of bad. You guys are supposed to help each other, lift each other up. And so when it comes to this industry as well, I love to do that. One of the persons that I connected with was Kubano. And so, out of respect, he purchased something for me, and he just did a review, honest review, and he loved the product. And it worked out, you know. And so I don't know his perspective, I don't know his thoughts or his intentions, but him kind of interviewing or purchasing the product and kind of talking well about it, his personal honest review, it helped me out, you know. And it kind of put me a little bit on the platform there while I started creating my own videos. So it's a good way to live your life. It's a good way to kind of conduct yourself as well. And yeah.
Wow. That is phenomenal, bro. That dude, man, that dude, he is I love that guy. Kubino, I love that dude. Everybody loves that guy. He has such real and honest stuff out there. And man, I would love I've actually been bothering him to get him on the channel, but he's declined so far, respectfully declined so far. I know he's not camera shy, so I don't know what the deal is, but he must be busy. But I'm glad to know that, he was able to give an honest review about your product and your service. And it's very your service, I've noticed even within myself, in my experience with you, you're very driven by customer satisfaction. You want people's experience to be amazing. You're very quick in responses, very quick with shipping, very quick with emails, and you have a fantastic product. I'm glad to know you're getting the recognition that you deserve, or you're on your way to getting all the recognition you deserve.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important, you know. I'm not sure if you've seen this meme on Instagram or TikTok, right? It says, I didn't want to work a 9 to 5 job, so I started my own business. Now I work 24/7, right? I mean, that's kind of the hard part about it. But as I get the emails, I try to answer them as fast as I can. Someone has a question, or someone has a question on, the tarnish or this chain, this millimeter, right? It's just so many different questions, so many different characters that and traits that people have, and they have specific questions. And so I try to answer them as fast as I can. And I try to be straight to the point. I don't know if you notice, I don't really do discounts. I don't really do promotion, 10% off, 15% off, right? There's a lot of marketing involved and all that stuff, which is amazing, which is great. There's nothing bad with that. But I just try to be straight to the point. I like, this is the price. This is the best price that I can offer it at. The price of silver always fluctuates. And so another thing too is people think that when it comes to silver, is like, okay, they see the silver price go down, or the silver price goes up. Is, hey, are you going to update your prices up and down? And so it's kind of hard because there's so many elements behind that. Like, there's the euro versus the dollar, the currency fluctuation, there's import fees, there's shipping cost fees, there's, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that go into that. But I try to be just straight to the point. I try to help people answer their questions to the best of my ability. And so, I mean, it's when you get Jaxxon Jewelry, you get me. And so that's what I try to do when it comes to the brand. But yeah.
That's phenomenal. I've never so back in the day, I was always like kind of like the per gram guy. So I was like, all right, well, the price of this went down, so the price on your website should have went down. But
Yeah.
you don't realize until you actually, learn more about the business, learn more about how things work. There's overhead, like you said, there's importing fees, there's shipping, and there's insurance, and there's the light bill to keep,
Yeah.
there's storage, there's all this stuff, and there's also the manufacturing fee that you're paying from a quality supplier. So there's so much that goes into it, and yeah, I could only imagine how hard that might be to try to like juggle. But you're doing a great job, man. Keep it up. And
Appreciate it.
yeah, bro, people see that when they purchase from you, they're getting you. And that's why people are purchasing from you. I'm confident. Now, you have a fantastic, phenomenal, high quality product, so they're purchasing for that reason too. But I think people trust you, they know you're the real deal, and that's that's what they're getting. They're getting a part of you, and that's what I try to tell people on the channel. I've mentioned it a couple times. When you purchase something, you should be looking to purchase the person behind the jewelry, because those are the ones who are going to be backing you. The quality of the product, the service in the future, if there's any problems, they're going to handle it. You could get the same product from someone else, or similar from somebody else, for a much cheaper price.
Right.
Doesn't mean you're going to be getting that customer service.
Right. That's important for some people. Some people, that's important. That's important for some people, and some people it isn't. But you know, the freedom is, and the good thing is, people get to choose, right? And so, you know, when it comes to the customer service, I'm not on the side of sell, sell, sell. Like, there's so many different people out there, and you have the liberty to choose. And so, I'm just grateful that I'm one of those businesses that you can actually purchase from. And so, that's that.
Yeah, man, we're grateful too, bro. So I'm very curious, what got you into the jewelry space, and did you do anything before that?
Yeah. You want the short story or the long story?
Bro,
um,
this is
all
all
right.
about you. Whatever you want to share.
Okay. I'll break it down to you. It's about 2013 or so when I started. And so the way it happened was my wife and I were going through a transition of moving. And so, you know, we accumulated a lot of things at the house. And so what we did is we decided to go to the swap meet and the flea market. So I'm not sure. I've only been to New York one time. And so I know there's a lot of farmer markets over there, but I'm not sure is there flea markets or swap meets. Is there?
Yeah, yeah, I've seen a
Yeah,
couple.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, awesome, awesome. So over here in my county, we got about four of them, and so we decided to, oh, actually more than that, but we decided to go on into one of them. And so we just had a bunch of junk that we need to get rid of. We sold the majority of it. We made a couple $100s, which was amazing. And so the person next to me was selling sterling silver jewelry, and so we kind of started chit chatting, and then he was showing me a lot of his jewelry pieces. He got everything, man. He got chains, rings, like massive women rings that are like crazy just to look at, crazy designs, um, and pendants. And so he showed me one of the pendants, and it was a Jesus pendant, and it wasn't a Jesus face. It actually just had Jesus on the side and then on the cross. Very cool design. I haven't seen it online. I actually been wanting to purchase one, but I can't seem to find that one. I can't seem to find that that seller or that manufacturer that sells it. But I ended up purchasing from him, and we just started to connect. And he was going to the swap meets every Saturday and Sunday, and he asked, "Hey, you want to help? I can bring you in, and you know, you can help me out, sell here. I'll teach you and this and that." And I said, "Yeah, I'll help you. Why not? That's, you know, that's not a problem. I would love to learn, since it was my first time selling in the swap meet, you know, and I had a good experience." So I ended up going the following week, Saturday and Sunday, showing up there in the morning, and that's how it began, man. I started to just work with him every single Saturday and Sunday while I was working my job. And you know, I'll tell you this: I he would offer me money at the end, but I wouldn't take it. You know, I was grateful that he allowed me to just be in his presence there and teach me all the details of how it worked. And so I worked for him, I want to say for about a year, and I didn't get paid a single dollar. I didn't accept any of his money because I was grateful and I was honored to just learn from him. And this guy had about 20 years of experience in the sterling silver jewelry. He did everything. Like, you want a custom piece, you wanted to do something special, he'll be able to do it. And so I learned all the details from him. And so as things started to develop, you know, time progressed, and it was time for me to split. Something happened, and we're still cool now today. He mentored me for quite a while, and I actually saw him not that long ago, about 3 months ago. And yeah, I started my own thing, and I actually put a post a few lines down from where he was at. And so I started my that's where I started. And I started with a small little table, and I had about 10 pieces. It was like five chains and like 10 pendants, and that's how I started, man. And so yeah, that's how I got into it.
Wow. Wow. So you started, imagine having a table, you got 5 or 10 pieces on there, a couple of items, and now look at where you are now, bro. And this is a couple years later, right?
Yeah, 2013. I want to say that's
2013.
kind of, yeah, when I started. And so I kind of moved through a lot of different in my county. I did about four different flea markets, and Yeah, it was pretty cool because you kind of get to see everyone's perspective in there. I went through a market that was more Caucasian. I went to another market that was more Hispanic, another one that was Asian. And so all these markets kind of gave me perspective. And let me tell you, I heard everything. I heard every type of question. I heard every type of complaint. I will say that. I heard everything. People would come up to me like, hey, is this chain real? Hey, you sold me this and it turned this. Hey, what do you think about this? Did I get ripped off? Hey, can you weigh this for me? I mean, I heard it all. And so coming when I started Luke Zion, I was prepared, man. I was like, people get to see like, okay, you started Luke Zion, it's kind of growing, you're doing good, but there's kind of an understanding, there's kind of some revelation, there's kind of some understanding and knowledge behind Luke Zion Jewelry that actually kind of propelled me a little bit to go forward. And so um, I got a lot of the nuts and bolts to say in that flea market, and I got to meet some pretty amazing cool people there, other people that sell jewelry as well. They sell gold there as well. I mean, the connections there are just amazing. And so I actually would love to go back one day and probably do a post there and sell there for a little bit, maybe a meet and greet for some people that live locally, and probably, I don't know, do like a vlog type of style just to show you guys there. But yeah, I have a lot of content I want to do. Is just kind of hard right now, but yeah.
Right. Wow, that sounds cool, man. I'm sure everybody would love to see that. Everybody who couldn't actually physically join would love to see it, and I'm sure there'd be a lot of people who would love to physically be there to support that meet and greet. That sounds cool. I'll look out for that in the future, man.
Yeah, man.
For sure, bro. So you weren't always in the jewelry business. What did you do before the jewelry business?
So before, I was actually working a manufacturer job. At the
Okay.
age of 13, at the age of 18, that's where I my first job, and I worked at a manufacturing job, and it was just labor, man. It was a labor job, and it was tough. I did all the shifts there, morning, night, and graveyard, and so that's kind of where I got a lot of my work ethic. Because right there, all it matters is you want to say quality in there, but about numbers there. So numbers is kind of, and a lot of the manufacturers when they create stuff, they want to meet numbers, they want to meet criteria, and so it was all about numbers, and so it was a tough job. So that's what I did before, and then I got into a sales job, in a manufacturer sales job actually, and that was pretty fun. Outside sales rep, and I did that for a few years while I was working my first job, my second job, my third job, all while doing the sterling silver jewelry business on Saturday and Sunday. Yeah,
Wow. Wow. You definitely have a work ethic, but that's commitment, man. But
yeah.
but so you came to a point where you thought, okay, I'm gonna go full throttle into one. I'm not gonna split myself anymore, and I'm just gonna move forward with that. And so, are you happy that that's the choice? I'm sure you are, but I need to hear from you. How was that? Was that scary going full throttle in one direction? How is that for you?
So okay, I'll be really honest with you. Actually, haven't gotten paid from Luke Zion Jewelry. I Luke Zion Jewelry is profitable. It's made a lot of money, but every single dollar that I had, been reinvesting it and getting new chains.
Okay.
It's kind of hard, right? Like, because when you look at it from the YouTube perspective or you look at it from the website perspective, you can kind of see, oh, he just added a new chain, right? Let's talk about, I just added the Figaro Mariner chain. And so people just look at it as, okay, you just added one chain. But I look at it as I just added 45 chains because it's 20 inches, 22, 24, 26 different millimeters. And so when it comes to the finances, I'm not a big guy. I started just with a couple $1,000 and I worked for that money. I didn't get a loan. I didn't get anything out of it. So um, I haven't gotten paid myself. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I just let go of my job a few months ago. I want to say probably about 8, 9 months ago. And so, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I did go full time now, and so I've been dedicating it more on the business. And so eventually, hopefully this coming year, I'll be able to pay myself a salary And so as of right now, I haven't. And so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm excited for the growth that that the Lord's been blessing me with right now, and I'm just continuing to grow.
Wow. Wow, that is phenomenal, man. So for anybody watching, in case you're surprised with what Dennis is saying about how he hasn't even gotten paid yet, he's working, he's doing the work, he's got the website, he gets you your merchandise, it's quality stuff. He hasn't gotten paid yet. That might sound shocking. This is very common for people in the small business community. It's not easy. So every time you purchase a chain from this man, he's reinvesting it into his store to give you guys better product. He's literally not putting money into his pocket to invest in the store to make that store better for you guys. And also obviously for his business. But keep in mind, you're supporting small business, you're supporting a guy who stands behind his work. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm happy. I don't get me wrong. I want you to get all the money in your pockets, all that hard-earned money, but I'm happy to hear that you're reinvesting every dollar into your business. It shows you the motivation that you have. You're building something you can be proud of, and that is very admirable. Very admirable. Wow.
Yeah, thank
Good
you,
for
man.
you. Yeah, good
Thank
for
you.
you, man. Very, very cool. Very cool. I love it. So I probably know the reasons behind this, but I just want to hear you say it again. Why silver and why silver only? And do you ever have plans on maybe expanding outside of the silver realm?
Yeah, great question. So why silver? I'm passionate about silver, man. I love silver, honestly. Like, I have so much content that I want to put out, but just the whole operation sides of the business is kind of holding me down right now. I still need to kind of develop the whole operation side and kind of grow. And so I'm doing little things, little by little, as much as I can. But silver, if you actually take a look at the history of it, it's just amazing, man. You include gold in there, right? Gold and silver. I mean, it's even biblical. It's in the Bible. It's God's money. It's actually real money. It's not printed money. And so if you take a look at the history, you're going to be blown away. You're going to see a lot of the details that you don't really see, perhaps, without you digging in, right? There's surface stuff that people know, but there's a lot of underneath stuff that people don't know. And so you kind of have to even dig in there to say with the books or with YouTube videos and online Google searches and all that stuff. But if you take a look at the history, it's just amazing. I'm blown away by it personally. And so another thing is that silver right now is the underdog. Okay. Everyone is talking about gold. Everyone's talking about 14, 18, 22 and all the carats. And so, which is amazing. But one of the main reasons I think, in my personal opinion, is because it's more of a luxury metal right now. Why? Because of the price.
Right.
Because of the price. In my personal opinion, not financial advice, but I believe that silver is going to be in the hundreds very, very soon, right? And so it's if you take a look at the uses of silver, the industrial side, if you take a look at it, all the uses, silver is used more than gold, right? I actually saw the iPhone 14 announcement that they just did, and they actually, if you take a look at the video, I think it was the iPhone 14, the regular one, not the Pro one, they were talking about the environment. They actually broke it down how they actually want you to recycle it, right? They're doing a good thing to recycle it, but what they want to get is they want to get the gold out of the iPhone so they can reuse it, right? Why? Because it's expensive. And so same thing will happen with silver. Silver is undervalued. If you take a look even at 2011, the price that it was, right? It was about $40 an ounce, right? And so my personal opinion, that's still very low. I expect it to be in the hundreds, right? But just the beauty of silver, it being an underdog, I've always felt like an underdog. So I'm willing to take that challenge. And I guarantee myself that it's going to be victorious. It's going to be up there. And once the price goes up, it's going to be more of a luxury. And so I'm going to be positioned well for it, and so I'm ready. Yeah,
Silver's
that's why
gonna
silver.
it's gonna be the new gold.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Wow. That bro, that answer to that question is just like phenomenally thought out. Like you could see that you have a love for what you're selling. You have a passion for what you're selling, and that's who you want to buy from. That's the person that you want to, you know, purchase from. Someone who believes in the product. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better answer. You know, I'm like blown away with that answer. Phenomenal. I hope that we see it. I hope that we see it. A lot of people sleep on silver. You're right. It's the underdog. And well, sometimes I think it's becoming more well known because a lot of the time you're looking at maybe like plated steel, you're looking at plated brass, you're looking at stuff like that when it comes to other websites, other companies. They're very popular. They don't have much of a resale value, and
Yeah.
when you kind of bump it up to silver, you actually have something that you can resell. You actually have some kind of value. And just because it's not as high as gold, it doesn't really mean much. A lot of people kind of sleep on it because it tarnishes. Bro, you can fix that in like 5 minutes and you have a perfect chain again, a beautiful piece that when I walk around with your stuff, bro, I'm walking around with, I feel like a rock star. I've said it in some of the videos I've put out. I'll be walking around no matter where I am. And the shine of silver outshines gold a lot of the time. It just outshines it. It's like draws you. And the stuff you get is polished perfect. It catches people's eyes. Sometimes I very rarely walk around with my stuff like this. This is your stuff, by the way. This is
Awesome.
yeah, this is the dollar chain and the Miami the Cuban.
I love
But
the
I'll walk
stack.
Oh, bro, I love this thing, man. I'm privileged to even have this on. I'll walk around with it like this, rarely. If I ever want to get a little attention, I'll be like, you know what? Let me take this out. It's gonna go like this. I gotta put it back in my shirt in like 5 minutes because it's like people are looking at me like, what is that? What is that? It shines like diamonds.
Let me ask you, just for my understanding as well, have any of the jewelry pieces tarnished on you?
All right, so I feel I don't want to sound like a liar. Okay, I'm not a liar. In
Mhm.
fact, I have faith like you. So I don't vocalize it a lot because I'm a man who has a big mouth too, and sometimes I can make mistakes. So I never want to bring a bad light on God. So I very rarely vocalize my faith. But I have, by the way, I really admire you vocalizing your faith. Um, but as far as that, no, they haven't
Yeah,
tarnished on me. And the weirdest thing. So I feel like when I say it, I don't want to come across looking like I'm a liar,
yeah,
but they don't. Maybe
yeah,
it's because I wash them when I shower, after I wear them. I don't know what it is. Maybe you can tell me.
yeah, yeah. Of course. Like when it comes to the silver tarnish, it's very simple. Like I usually wash my I take my chains, I wear them, and I take showers with them. Right, that helps. But main point is the person. It's the person because sometimes I'm gonna make a YouTube video on this to give you guys a direct, informative video on it. But it's the oils that the body produces. Some bodies produce more oil that has more acid on it, and so it kind of causes the silver to tarnish, right? So you're one of those people that you can wear silver all day long to come and it won't tarnish on you, right? Let's say I send you a chain and I send your neighbor a chain, right? And you guys wearing the same chain, same manufacturer, same length, same millimeter, same everything, same batch, but he wears it for 2 days and it tarnishes on him. You've been wearing it for a year and it's never tarnished, right? And the question is why, right? I kind of get even one of the videos that I did was does sterling silver tarnish, right? And there's actually some debates in there, and people are debating me. They're like, no, silver doesn't tarnish. It's like, yes, it does. It does tarnish. It's just you're one of those people that it doesn't tarnish, which is amazing. Amazing. Go for it. Keep buying the silver. But there's some people that wear it for one day, can't wear silver. I can't sell silver to everyone because for some people it's not good for them, right? That's why they prefer gold, right? And or just because of the color of the metal, right? But that's one of the main reasons. But I will definitely be making a full YouTube explanation as why it tarnishes on some people and why it doesn't on some others.
Man, I thought the same thing also. I thought, first of all, that the reason why it doesn't tarnish is because every time I shower, if I'm wearing the stuff, I wash it. Every single time, I let it dry, and then I'll either put it away or I'll wear it again. And then I thought, okay, maybe it also has to do with my body chemistry because I had someone hit me
Mhm.
up and say, hey, how do you clean silver? Because, my silver tarnished. And I said, well, I can tell you how to clean it, but mine doesn't tarnish. I have to go out of my way to make it tarnish. I'm
Yeah,
actually
same here.
right, right, dude. I'm literally working on a video idea now. It's in the process where I took some of your merchandise and put lotion on it in order to try to get it to tarnish, and it's working. But if I didn't do that, it would just be fine, and it's pretty awesome. I thought maybe it had to do with the fact that I'm vegan and I don't have a lot of acid. I eat a lot of vegetables and I also drink alkaline water.
Mm,
So it changes your body's chemistry. So when you sweat,
exactly.
it's less acidic. So
Yep.
maybe that has something to do with it.
That's one of the factors. Yes, definitely. That's one of the factors. I try to explain that sometimes to some people, and some people don't receive it. It's just no. So one of the comments I remember, you can kind of go in there in the video and take a look at it, but it's like, oh, my grandpa's been wearing, I'm not sure it was a ring or a chain for many years, and he passed it down to me, and it's never tarnished. And in the video, I said, yes, silver does tarnish, but for his grandpa and for him, it hasn't tarnished ever, which is amazing. But the truth is, it does tarnish. You take a look at all the luxury sterling silver companies, all of them. Tiffany, and you can kind of name them all. You go on the website, and there's a Q&A there. This sterling silver tarnish, and they're gonna say yes. And some of them actually send you polishing cloth. They send you a little pamphlet on how to keep it clean, how to you can actually send it back to their company and they'll clean it for you, or go to their store. And so that's just the truth. I mean, it does tarnish, but it's not a horrible thing. It's not the end of the world. People ask me all the times, hey, can I go to the beach? Can I go to the pool? Can I shower with it? Is it gonna tarnish? The amazing thing is, it's not going to be damaged if you clean it. You can clean it and it's going to look amazing. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You can walk away with a practically new looking chain in a couple of minutes. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's a phenomenal metal. Phenomenal metal, so versatile, very valuable, not only monetarily, and hopefully we'll see it more in the future, but also to the person wearing it, because you know that you're wearing a quality piece of metal, just as quality as gold. It might just take a
Yeah.
little extra effort, but I'll be honest with you, when I polish up my chains, I enjoy it. It's kind of therapeutic for me. I'll just sit there, I'll be like, wow, this is great. I had some scratches in it, no more scratches. It's great. It's fun. Awesome, man. The next question I have for you is, what would you be doing if you weren't in the jewelry space? Is there anything else that you would be doing?
I wouldn't know exactly what I would be doing, but I would be somewhere in the business side. One of the things that my dad told me before he passed away was, I don't want you to work for man. And so that kind of hit me very hard. I already had that entrepreneur spirit, to build and to create. But once he told me that, it just hit me, and I kind of took it by heart and I ran with it. So regardless what it would have been on the business side. I don't know exactly where I would have landed, but yeah.
That's fantastic. You're an entrepreneur. It's in your bones, and it's something that you'd like to expand on. That's great, man. The thing that my wife and I also believe is, work less, you could preach more. So I think that's fantastic, bro. That's a fantastic mindset, and you can build something that you love and can be
Yeah.
proud of, and that maybe you could even hand down to your sons in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the goal.
Wow, that's great. You are building success. You're building on your success now, and I can't even, bro. I'm getting chills. It's so cool, so cool. I love it. I love the forethought. Fantastic. I hope people are inspired by this conversation. I am. I'm personally very inspired by it. What would you like to see change about the jewelry industry, if anything?
Not that I want to see anything change in the jewelry industry, right? Everything for the better, of course, but everyone has different tastes. I mean, everyone has different, um, you know, passions. Some people like stainless steel chains. I mean, there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that, right? Um, there's people that love plated silver, plated gold, hollow chains, right? And so, it doesn't matter what you like. If you like it, go ahead and purchase it. That's not a problem. The only thing that I would like to see maybe is the marketing side. Like you can twist the marketing a million angles, and kind of make it seem beneficial when it's not, or it's good and it's not. And so I understand the marketing side, I guess, because I'm just kind of more of a straight to the point type of person. Just, this is what it is. I already thought about all the details in the background. You don't worry, just trust me. This is what I have here, right? But I guess that, I get a lot of people asking me and sending me emails as well. It's like, hey, do you have a discount, this and that? And I kind of explain that a lot to them. It's like, hey, I don't have any discounts for you, but I do try to price it at the best of my ability. Um, you know, Again, there's so many details behind it, like the exchange rate. I mean, I can go on and go on. There's just so many details, and I try to just do the best, not only on pricing, but also on the product and so many other things. It's just I seen a few things that it kind of makes me like, that's not kind of ethical, or that's not right. And manufacturers do this as well, by the way. Manufacturers do this, the same thing. But that's why you kind of have to kind of pick and choose. There's some funny manufacturers out there. There's some comedians out there. I had some bad experiences um, with a couple of them, and so. But yeah, I mean, it's just marketing can kind of flip the switch if you're not careful, and so I just try to keep things more straight to the point. And so that's just kind of to answer your question. Is there something I would like for it to change in the jewelry industry? Is just, be direct, sell what you're selling, and just share what you're selling. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Be direct, sell it for the best price that you can get. Everybody needs to eat and everybody needs to keep the lights on. It's not like I can go to a high-end jewelry manufacturer in Italy and say, I'd like to buy one chain from you.
Yeah.
So you're giving a service, you're giving the best service possible, 365. You're not just doing the best service on certain days with sales. I love that. I love that aspect. You're right. Advertising is changing the world we live in. And sometimes it's for the good, sometimes it's for the bad, depending on how it's used. So the more honest you are, the more upfront you are. I love your website, and one of the reasons why is it's the simplicity. You go on the website, you click on the chain you want, you see a picture of it, and as long as people know who you are, as far as your integrity goes, it's a very smooth process. Just buy, and you're gonna have it with your shipping. You're gonna have it in like 2 days, no matter where you are. So I love it. I love it. I think that's a great thing to see changed. More honest marketing, more why is this going to benefit you, and less of I'm just trying to grab your money.
There, that's a good point. Yeah.
Phenomenal, man. So is do you see your brand? I know that you're taking every cent and putting it into the business. Um, where would you like to see your brand in the future? Do you plan on expanding in a different way that you're not already doing now? If you would like to share that. If not, it's cool.
Yeah, of course. When I started 2020, so I'm working to finish up this third year, but I started with the intention of selling only for men and sterling silver chains. Okay. I did that for, a few months, and then people started asking me, hey, are you going to sell bracelets? And I was like, okay, I mean, I can bring it in. I'll bring it in. I started bringing all of them, just the Franco bracelets, Cubans, ropes, everything. And so I then kind of reflected. I'm like, hey, I'm kind of far off from my vision. Like, I'm not following what I intended to do. And so I went back. I just let everything sell. I didn't restock anything. And as they kind of inventory started going low, I didn't restock it. And so I did make a few videos say, hey, I'm not gonna sell bracelets at this time, and so I'm just gonna focus on sterling silver uh, jewelry, specifically chains. And so I want to bring different chain designs, different type of unique exotic chains that you haven't really seen on the street or even on some of the websites. And by the way, I got some amazing new chain designs coming very soon. Like what I have right now is nothing. I got some cool stuff coming. It's going to be amazing. But so the question is that, like, hey, can you sell plated, silver and plated gold 14, 18? Can you sell gold solid 14, 18? The answer is yes, I can sell it, but I'm going to stick to what I envisioned in the beginning. That's not to say that I won't bring back bracelets or I won't sell anything else. It's just as of right now, as this is, I'm barely started. This is going to be my third year. That's where I'm at right now, is just to continue to bring new chain designs to the website. And there's a lot of, digging that has to take place. There's a lot of R&D that goes into place when it comes to checking this manufacturer and that manufacturer. And I'm a little bit more cautious now because, I kind of messed up on one of the manufacturers and they didn't, they weren't in good faith, honestly. So that's what that kind of sparked my cautiousness when it comes to looking at other manufacturers and all that stuff. So I'm a little bit more specific now. I'm a little bit more detailed, and so one of the hardest things too is restocking the chains. Because I have so many SKUs now, so many different millimeters, and so many different um, chains that I have to restock. When one of them goes out, I'm like, I'm barely working on a new chain, and so that's something I'm working on. But yeah, that's kind of to answer your question.
Right, right. Yeah, it's amazing what goes behind a business. I don't know if you've seen any of my previous videos, but I mentioned to the subscribers that I actually plan on starting my own business in the future. So I
Awesome.
know what you yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. I have the same mentality as you. If some there's enough people to help their lives and there's enough money to go around. Everybody should just stay in their lane, do their thing and contribute what they can. But I know only because I've started how confusing the process could get. I mean, there's so much to kind of keep track of. Like you said, that you have to test the product, you have to test the manufacturer, you have to deal with all this stuff that's unseen. Someone like yourself with that entrepreneurial spirit, you want to just jump out there and have a fully stocked store and have all the stuff ready, but you got to take those baby steps. And the fact that you're doing that, the fact that you're cultivating your business, you're really putting your heart into your work. I mean, that's a beautiful thing. It shows dedication on your part, and it shows how great of a customer experience you want for people. So I look forward to seeing your new stuff in the future, man. You probably are one of the most progressive shops that I've seen because you kind of deviate away a little bit from what I would call the classic or what everybody else is doing. You're bringing in new
Yeah.
styles. Yeah, I think that's amazing. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I don't want to, one of my mentors said, don't start a me too business, right? Meaning where, oh, I can do that too. Me too. Me too. It's kind of duplicatable. And so like I said, I'm in my other video, I'm just trying to run my own race. I'm trying to walk my own path. I'm not in competition with anyone. There are hundreds, maybe thousands of online businesses that are selling sterling silver jewelry. I'm not looking at their Instagram or their Facebook or their YouTube and saying, oh, I'm going to bash on them or this and that. It's like I'm just focusing on what I can do, what my vision is, my intentions, and my creativity, and just taking it and running with it. So that's kind of how I work at it, and just the way I live my life right now. Until things progress and things get things grow. So yeah.
Right. Man, that's fantastic. I am so glad that we got to do this today, bro. Spend the time together, get to know you. I'm sure everybody out there who has been hopefully enjoying this interview, gets to know the man behind the jewelry. That was the whole point of this. I've loved. I always got the vibe from Dennis watching his videos since I started following his channel, which we'll link in the description, by the way, and his Instagram. Um, I've always gotten the vibe that this guy has heart behind the work. It doesn't seem like a cold kind of a business, just looking, just looking for to sell product. And as you can see throughout this video, I'm glad to say I was right. This is a real human being who has love for the work he's doing, has love for you guys. Don't forget, this guy ships us stuff when you guys ask for it to showcase on the channel. He's got love for you guys. He's got love for his business. He's got love for his family and his passion. And very, very grateful, man. Grateful to have this communication with you.
Awesome. No, I appreciate it. Thank you for reaching out, and I'm excited to for anything in the future. And you're doing a great job yourself, man. I'm excited to see you grow as well, and the reviews that you've been doing, and they're detailed, and that's what people actually want. You know, a lot of people want the detail. They want. I love how you go back. You know, you get the far view. You know, I haven't done that. Everything's kind of more on the close up, but that's a good thing. You know, people want to see on real life. I do plan to do some videos, you know, kind of walking around, going outside and stuff like that. But you're doing a great job on your YouTube channel, and I love to see you grow. So that's amazing.
Thank you, man. And it wouldn't be growing without the support that you've given to this channel. A lot of people have requested to see your stuff because they see it, it looks like quality, and they just want a second pair of eyes. Hey, how will this look on me? Or what's the quality? And you've obliged this channel many, many times. Very grateful to that. And I know that the people who watch this channel are grateful too.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I'm going to let you go get to your busy life. Could keep doing what you're doing. We're so happy to have you here, and I look forward to talking to you again in the future. Can't wait to see another YouTube video, bro, and looking forward to seeing what you stock your shelves with next.
Yeah, man. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, and bless you, man. Have a good day.
Thank you, brother. Talk soon. Be well.
All right. Bye-bye.